Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. What if I told you that's not how our story ends? Your story, our story. The fact that you're watching this right now means you're a part of it. This is where our story begins. If you want to hear more stories like this, subscribe so you never miss an episode. Now, let's begin. Part 1. The first meeting narrator, Ariya, was the kind of girl people noticed the moment she walked into a room, not because she was loud or demanding attention, but because she carried herself with a calm grace. At 24, she had already learned the weight of silence. She lived in Mumbai, working as an interior designer. Her days were filled with colors, fabrics, and spaces she shaped into beauty for others, while her own heart remained a space she hadn't dared to decorate. One rainy evening, destiny had plans. Sound effect, soft rainfall, distant thunder. Ariya sat in her favorite cafe, sketchbook open, coffee cooling beside her. She liked observing life through the glass window, people rushing with umbrellas, children laughing in puddles. That's when she walked in Kiara, the kind of energy that shifts an entire room. She entered with the rain clinging to her hair, her smile disarming the cafe's dull mood. At first glance, Ariya thought she belongs somewhere brighter, not here in this grey weather. Kiara ordered tea, but every now and then her eyes drifted toward Ariya's sketchbook, Kiara softly approaching. "Hey, are you an artist? Those sketches look beautiful." Ariya looking up, shy smile. "Interior designer, actually, just doodling in my free time." Kiara smiling. "Well, if that's doodling, I can't imagine your real work, narrator." And that was it. A simple exchange. But in Ariya's chest, something shifted. Like the first drop of rain before a storm. Part 2. The growing bond narrator. From that day, they kept meeting, sometimes by coincidence, sometimes by choice. Kiara was a writer working on her debut novel. She had a laugh that could turn any silence into music. Where Ariya was calm and careful, Kiara was bold and unafraid to speak her heart. They balanced each other like day and night. One evening, they sat by the sea, waves crashing gently in the background. Kiara, playful, Ariya. "You're the kind of person who makes silence feel less scary." Ariya, smiling, looking at the sea, "And you're the kind of person who fills silence with colors." Narrator, for Ariya, who had never dared to imagine love beyond the safe boundaries society had drawn, Kiara was both terrifying and liberating. Part 3. The struggler narrator, but love stories are never written without storms. Ariya's family believed in tradition, in expectations. Her parents had already chosen a suitable match for her, a man from a respected family. When Ariya tried to explain her heart, her truth, her mother's words sliced deep. Mother angry, emotional. "This is just a phase. You can't throw away your future for a girl." Narrator. That night, Ariya sat in her room, trembling, torn between duty and desire, between the life chosen for her and the life she longed to choose herself. Kiara noticed the change. Kiara gently holding Ariya's hand. You don't have to fight alone, Ariya, but I can't make this choice for you. You have to decide. Do you want to live for them or live for yourself? Narrator. It was the hardest question Ariya had ever faced. Part 4. The break. Narrator. Pressure mounted. Family meetings, constant reminders, endless guilt. One evening, Ariya broke down, Ariya whispering, tears falling. Kiara, maybe we're not meant to be. Maybe love isn't enough. Kiara, eyes brimming with pain, voice breaking. Don't say that, please. You're my peace, Ariya. But if staying with me is destroying you, I'd rather let you go than watch you suffer. Narrator. And just like that, the laughter, the sketches, the evenings by the sea, everything shattered. Ariya walked away. For weeks, her world was colorless. She worked, she smiled, she lived. But inside she was empty, because the truth was simple. Without Kiara, life wasn't life. It was survival. Part 5. The realization. Ariya. One night, unable to sleep, Ariya opened her sketchbook. On every page, she found traces of Kiara, her laughter drawn in lines, her spirit captured in colors Ariya hadn't even noticed while sketching. That's when she realized love wasn't supposed to be easy. It was supposed to be true, and true love, you fight for it. Part 6. The Returnator. The next morning, Ariya ran through the streets of Mumbai, heart pounding, searching. Where could she be? The cafe, the bookshop, the sea. Finally she found her. Kiara, sitting alone at their favorite spot by the ocean, notebook in her lap. Ariya, breathless, tears in her eyes. Kiara, I'm sorry, I was a coward. I thought I could live without you. But the truth is, without you, there's no peace. No Sukoon. Kiara looking up, voice trembling. Ariya, do you mean that? Ariya nodding, holding her hand tightly. Yes, my life is mine to choose, and I choose you. 1,000 times, I'll choose you. Narrator. For a moment, time stood still. The ocean roared, the wind carried their tears, and two broken souls found their way back to each other. Kiara closed her notebook, placing her hand gently against Ariya's cheek. Kiara smiling through tears. Then stay. Stay with me, because with you, I finally know what home feels like. Part 7. The New Beginning. Narrator. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Their love didn't erase challenges it faced them. Ariya's family resisted. Society whispered. But for every storm, Ariya and Kiara built stronger walls of trust. They created a world of their own, filled with art, stories, coffee, sea breeze, and most of all, peace. The end. Sometimes our stories don't end when we think they do. Sometimes they become chapters. The chapter may be filled with storms, but as long as you have the one who makes the rainbow after the storm, what more could you need? That's all for today. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button and share it with a friend. See you next time. Until then, stay safe, stay happy. Keep believing in your happily ever after, because sometimes it's right around the corner.